So that's the difference for them, is they're going to have a little bit more experience. And so for Arizona, it'll be about calming those nerves early.
Here we go, and we're underway. West Region play from San Bernardino, California. Warm conditions, beautiful ballpark. It's about as good as it gets from a Little League perspective here at Houghton Stadium. And pitcher against pitcher as we get things started. Fierce mentality in the circle and at the plate for Lingenfelter, who's 12 years old. Her dad played college baseball, and that is right back to the circle. Wesner has it, one down.
Really good job there by Aubrey Wesner. Quick reflexes off the mound, especially as a pitcher, you're coming right out of your motion, and so to be able to snag that ball quickly was a great job by her.
One of their veterans, 13 years old. Wesner also plays volleyball down there in Southern Arizona as she faces Alexis Capetta, the shortstop.
And Alexis Capetta is one of the more athletic girls for this team. She's a dual sport athlete, plays soccer as well. Her coach says that she can really do anything, which kind of makes her special.
Hard worker, dreamed to be a marine biologist. We're going to keep you up to speed on the dreams profession-wise for a lot of these kids, and it's great to see these softballers mention pro softball as one of the dreams, one of the goals.
Absolutely. There have been a ton of players that wrote down that their dream is to play professionally for the AUSL, and that just goes to show how far the game has grown and how much growth there still is to be.
You heard Josiah Spurgeon, the home plate umpire here. Volunteer umps P.J. Turpin, Jeffrey Kallstrom, and Greg Ramos around the infield. Aaron Dalzell, manager, also the third base coach for this program. They feel like they can do some damage here after losing a couple last year.
He definitely feels like this is the team. Said his defense is stacked, which really gives his pitchers confidence, but especially coming out of last year, they were really young, now feel like they have that experience.
And strike called on the inside corner. Good start for Wesner, 2 down.
Aubrey Wesner doing a really great job of painting the corners. Works ahead, gets a few foul balls, and then this ball on the inner half. A great frame behind the dish as well, and a great strikeout.
Brings up Moana Quinn, the third baseman, their most athletic player, 5'8", 13-year-old.
And her favorite movie happens to be Moana.
How can it not be?
Love that.
And, you know, it's impressive to see all of the interests with these kids. And a lot of the coaches will tell you, I don't want my players just focusing on just softball. Moana is into volleyball as well, into crafting, sewing, and crocheting to go along with it.
Well, and it's more than just a game, and a lot of these coaches and managers have mentioned that this is a platform for them to become better people, for them to create friendships that'll last a lifetime. So it's really great when you get to read the player questionnaires. You see that. You see that they love each other. They have a lot of interests. It's more than just softball.
Moana has had the top batting average on the team this season as she fouls that one off.
Doing a good job of learning from the at-bat before, saw that same inside pitch as her teammate fouls it off. Good job of staying alive.
Again, good swing there, fouls it back to the screen. Nevada won their first game at state and their last game against their toughest opponent. Sometimes you clear that hurdle and you can breathe a little bit easier.
Especially.
And tough competition there in Las Vegas and down in Arizona as well.
And just a hot spot for softball, both of those places. See a lot of competition. which is great for both of these teams. You get a lot of repetitions. You get to feel some of those competitive nerves, which might give you a little bit more of an edge coming into a tournament like this.
You talk about Quinn, that when the ball comes off the bat, it just looks a little bit different when she hits it.
And she's taking competitive cuts right here.
Full count.
She's worked the count. She's fouled off inside, outside, taken a rise ball. But her cuts are hard. You can tell she's looking to hit the ball hard.
Fights that one off. Wesner trying to make it a 1-2-3 inning, just underway here. West Regional play. Little League softball, 10th pitch of the AB. And again fouls it off. You've been up there as a hitter when you're deep in the count. You keep battling it. You're just hoping it gives you that opportunity to drive one.
Absolutely, and you just focus on shortening it up and being on time. You have to cover the plate, cover both speeds, get your foot down, get your barrel there.
Right back to the circle. Wesner gloves it and throws out. You're going to be facing a good one in the circle. The ace, Raylan Lingenfelter, fierce mentality.
Absolutely, and she has high velocity and movement. She works her fastball, drop, change, and curve. But what makes it interesting is because she has that high velocity, changing it up with that changeup is really going to make this Arizona offense have to work on their timing.
Lingenfelter, like Wesner, a monster game this season. She had 14 strikeouts in a single game. And she's mentioned she has 5 different pitches.
That is incredible, especially at this age, to be able to work on that movement and be that diverse in your pitches as well.
Azalea Vizera, the center fielder, to lead things off as she takes ball 1. Silent, steady. And you like that in your leadoff hitter.
Somebody that you can rely on, somebody that's going to work hard, get on base, because that is her job in the lineup, is to get on base.
She had 2 older sisters who were Little League All-Stars, so I'm sure she learned a few tricks of the trade through the years. Bouncer backhanded by Lingenfelter. Great play, 1 away.
Wow, Raylan Lingenfelter coming off of the mound, making this backhand play. This is so difficult, coming out of your windup and then having to pivot. Take a look here. She's going to come out of her windup. This ball's hit right back at her. There she is, backhand pivot, the spin move, and a great throw. Very athletic off the mound.
You've worked with a lot of pitchers. That maybe sometimes not talked about, fielding the position so well, and she made that look easy.
And it's hard in practice to simulate what it's like to throw your full pitch, come off the mound, and then have to react like that. You can take all the ground balls that you want, but having to feel that quickness with the ball off the bat is something that you really can only get in game.
Blake Moreno, left-handed bat at the plate now.
She has one of my favorite fun facts, says that she can do the worm.
I haven't tried that one, and I'm not even going to come close. I'm impressed when that, I'm sure we'll see that at some point here in San Bernardino. On the outfield grass, maybe?
Outfield grass, maybe a celebration.
Big Arizona Wildcats fan, loves Sydney Stewart. Popped up foul ground, and that drops on the grass. Giving a look over there was Quinn, the third baseman.
That was a really great changeup, but an even better job by Blake Moreno just to sit back, let that ball come to her, foul it off, look for the next pitch.
Fouls off another one. The Arizona staff says that Blake's their secret weapon because she's a left-handed bat. You don't see it often.
Absolutely, and it's difficult to pitch to left-handers. You have to think about your pitch call in a different way. Every pitcher has different movement profiles, and so you really have to adjust for a different batter like that.
Stays away from that one, 2-2 now. You like that number 81 she's wearing? It's a unique number.
I love it.
8th pitch coming here. Got a piece of that one. Ryan Braden, manager for this Copper Hills Little League team. First ever trip to the regionals. Oh, good change of pace pitch there. And the strikeout, 2 down.
Really great job there on the changeup by Raylan Lingenfelter, but then also behind the dish, Layla Washington with the drop third strike. She's gonna block this ball up. Check this out. Keeps it in front and then goes for the tag just to be sure it gets that throw in there, but that's a really good job. Pitch and catch.
Aubrey Wesner, and there's a base hit to right field. It bounces off of Irvine, the right fielder, and we have our first base runner here today. Wesner with the 2-out single.
This is a great job by Aubrey Wesner, and when talking to their manager, he talks about how her approach is middle away. She wants to be aggressive, but she wants to work middle away. If you take a look here, you can see that she's just doing that. She wants to work inside the ball. She's going to get this outside pitch, absolutely drills it right past the first baseman.
And she wins that pitcher versus pitcher matchup, the game within the game here. Here's Alexis Ortega now, the catcher. There's that change again, strike. Ortega's been one of their hottest hitters. She's been clutch throughout postseason play.
And she's the catcher. She calls pitches, so she has a little bit of an advantage there when you're in the box.
Slow roller foul over the chalk, third base side.
You know, when you're thinking about pitch calling as a catcher, if you step in the box, you can ask yourself, what would I throw me in this situation? And so that's an advantage that she has, having that softball IQ.
So 2-2 here. What is she looking at here?
I'd be wary about that changeup. It's looked really good.
And there it is, and it's fouled off. See, that's why you're up here. The perspective that the catcher has, and you see the game from so many different perspectives.
You almost have to be another coach on the field.
Here's a flare, and that's going to be gloved by Lewis, and that will end. Unique place in a lot of ways, and what a great area. Summerlin South has had a great last couple years. Their second trip as state champions, as Isabella Vu leads things off against Aubrey Wesner, fouls off the first pitch. We mentioned some familiarity for this Nevada team. How about these 5 coming back?
And this is huge for them, just having that experience and being able to lead those other girls on the team that haven't been there, haven't felt the feelings, because you're going to have those butterflies in moments like this. It's how do I get all those butterflies flying in the right direction?
Big swing and a miss. Took a rip at that one. Vu, they say, has sneaky power. Batting in the cleanup spot. Peanut, big Texas softball fan, fouls that back.
Says her favorite player is Reese Atwood. I think that's a pretty good pick if you're going to choose a favorite player. That's a good one to have.
Not bad. One of 6 kids. Busy at home. And a swing and a miss. Inside of the zone there, Wesner gets her second strikeout.
Again, Aubrey Wesner just working the corners. She's going to take this fastball, run it inside. It has a little bit of arm side run. You'll see it tailing into that right-handed batter that is so difficult to catch up with. And another K for Aubrey Wesner.
Her 12 strikeout game was to clinch the semifinal trip at state for this Arizona team, as Layla Washington stands in there now. Great power for the 13-year-old. in talking to the coaches, they mentioned they felt like she hit a home run at state. It was ruled a triple, but she hit it, what, 215 feet, we understand?
And they said that they looked back at the replay, and it actually did go out. It just hit something and came back in.
And there's a base hit, a seeing eye single into left field, and she makes the turn and is tagged out. I think Washington, with a collision at first base, maybe a little bit out of sorts there as to where she was, and she is tagged between first and second base, 2 down.
I think she may have thought this was obstruction. This is a great piece of hitting. Gets another inside pitch, gets her barrel to it, and then as she's rounding first, she makes contact with the first baseman. The umpire saw him put his hands up, wasn't sure if he called obstruction or not, but as a runner, your job is to keep going, so I can see why she would want to continue to second base.
Yeah, that's a single and then a 7-4 put out, rounding first base.
As a player, if I'm in that same situation, I'm probably doing the same thing that Washington just did. You run into the first baseman with no play. My job is to keep going to second base.
So 2 down now, and the infield is in for Jalen Irvine. Slow roller, pitcher to first, out at first base. Wesner to Braden to retire Irvine.
There, and you know, I think for both of these teams too, you have to think about the weather. They get to play year-round because the weather is really good, which is another advantage that they have.
Yeah, it's warm. It's desert conditions. In fact, this Arizona team had to battle 108-degree heat after a weather delay 24 hours earlier to win the state championship. So I guess you kind of get used to the conditions as Alani Parra will lead things off now against Raylan Lingenfelter. Yeah, there's hot and then there's different level hot. Of course, it's a dry heat in Arizona.
You're practically baking at that rate.
Parra, a big fan of Texas Tech softball. A resurgence for that program, huh?
I mean, they have done incredible things with Nigeri Kennedy out there and just what they've been able to do with the transfer portal and getting them back to the World Series. Really fun team to watch every year.
2-2 now to Parra, the right fielder.
Another great changeup. It just feels like this game, this changeup is going to be pivotal for both sides.
And swings and misses at that high pitch. 1 down. Second strikeout for Lingenfelter.
Lingenfelter doing a really good job of expanding the zone up. So she's going to work that changeup the pitch before, get her to slow down, and then go up in the zone with this high fastball, rise ball, which is going to speed her back up. And you can tell that Parra is just late on this pitch.
Here's Elena Abeyta, the shortstop. Good swing at that one, back to the screen. A lot of these kids are confident being state champions, but when they talk about Elena, they mention she's got that all-star confidence level.
Said that she has really high softball IQ. Fun fact here, they said her nickname is Grump.
Spins inside from that pitch. She's a 3-sport star, volleyball and basketball as well. Grump can be a positive thing, though. Channel that into good energy.
Being Grump on the field is kind of good.
Yeah.
I'd be Grump on the field.
Three and two. Infield is in. Payoff pitch, changeup, pulled down the line, foul. Abeyta gave it a ride there.
This is a great job by Abeyta, sinking into her legs on that changeup, just foul. But that's the kind of change that you need to make for that pitch, the kind of adjustment you need to be able to slow down, sink into your legs, give yourself a little bit more time, and get good barrel on the ball.
Three-two, fastball, strike called on the corner as Lingenfelter paints it. That's 3 Ks now.
Lingenfelter once again doing a really good job of speeding the batters up. She goes back to that changeup, feels like she's out in front, gets her out on her front leg, and then hits the outside corner with this curveball, which again is going to feel so much faster to the batter.
Here's the coach's kid now, Madison Braden. Big cut, strike 1. Montana Fouts fan. Felter working quickly, and ahead on the count now, 1-2. She's got good pace out there.
And that shows that she's a confident pitcher too when she has that good pace.
Change up and fooled Braden on that one, and she strikes out this
whole day outside for some softball too. It's not too hot yet. Got your snacks, got some softball on. I mean, name something better than that.
It's never too early for cotton candy and those kind of things as Lewis takes a pitch up high. I mean, is it?
Not for me.
Uncle played for the Dodgers and Pirates. Zoe, one of the veterans at 13.
Their coach says that she is their vocal leader on the team. She leads the team, cheers, she's very smart, and she gets the other players going.
Her motto is to play fast, loose, and for each other. And sometimes you can be too tight, but if you just let it fly, sometimes that's when you excel the most. Big cut there.
And I think, too, when you're thinking about your teammates instead of yourself, it takes the pressure off you as a player. So if I'm playing for the girls around me, playing for my teammates, it seems more fun, it feels more free, and then you perform better as well.
Strike called on the corner as Wesner gets her 3rd K to open up this 3rd inning.
A great job by Aubrey Wesner painting that outside corner. But what I love is Alexis Ortega behind the dish. Take a look at this frame. She's going to get on the outside of this curveball, pull it back in towards the strike zone. Great frame for the strikeout.
I know you appreciate that, and that was framed like a veteran right there.
Oh, absolutely. She had great timing, and especially on those curveballs, you want to work out to in. Looked really good.
Brooklyn Dalzell now, the coach's kid, looks at strike 1. Their spark plug. Fuller House, good choice. Favorite TV show.
They say she's the team goofball.
Come on, 2 strikes. Play.
And another strikeout. Back-to-back, 4 in the game now for Wesner. Well, the pitching can't be much better. What we've seen so far from Wesner and Lingenfelter, they are spot on to start this one.
I mean, and this is an absolute pitcher's duel. Aubrey Wesner does a great job of painting the corners. She's going east to west, mixing in that rise ball as well. Then Lingenfelter on the other side is more of a change-up pitcher, so it's 2 different sides of the coin, but both being really effective.
Now the youngest player on this Nevada team, Grace Sankovic, the left fielder. Fouls off that inside pitch. She wears number 34 because Dad wore the jersey number 3. Mom wore the jersey number 4. So makes sense, right?
Perfect.
It's really cool to see the mom's influence from a softball perspective, and then the dad can have that baseball influence. You get the best of both worlds.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of how my household was growing up. My dad was the baseball guy. My mom was, you know, the bring me the snacks person. It was a good balance.
Wesner a chance to strike out the side to follow Lingenfelter doing it last half inning. Here's a 2-2. That's fouled off.
And I think for this Nevada offense, the key is going to be getting on time. Everybody seems just a little bit late, trying to get that front foot down a little sooner. That's your timing mechanism. Get your front foot down and deliver the barrel.
Fights that one off. One hit for each side in the third inning here. Day one, game one, West Region, 2-2 pitch. Again fouled off. This is the 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up here. Bouncing ball to second, Montalvo, and a 1-2-3 inning.
I mean, I know if I was a girl their age, I might be crying seeing that video from Mike Candrea.
And the moms, I guess, were literally in that frame of mind. The dads as well, seeing the guy that won all those national titles, and just a tremendous. I mean, 20 miles from Tucson, this Copper Hills Little League team.
And everything that he said aligns with their goals as a team as well. They're one team, one goal. That's been their motto, and it's exactly what Candrea said, trying to stick together as a team, make it about each other, not make it about yourself. Make softball way more fun that way.
Well, I'm sure they'll have that archived to lean on through the years. Asher Rupp, the left fielder, leading things off. Hits it down the right field line and foul ground. Great play by Irvine to get there and glove it. One down.
Irvine doing a really good job of tracking this ball down. She's going to see it tailing away from her, moving to her left, keeps going with it. No fear of the fence. Great running play.
Brings up the second baseman, Renata Montalvo. The team comedian, got to have one of those. Keep things light out there.
And also has my personal favorite fun fact. Her cousin is Alejandro Kirk, the catcher for the Toronto Blue Jays.
Slow roller through the circle. Lewis in time. And Montalvo retired, 2 down.
Montalvo just getting a little bit jammed up on this. She's going to hit it off the handle. Slow roller over to Lewis, who stays down on it. Makes a great throw for the out.
So 2 away. And we mentioned the continuous batting order in Little League. This is an extra hitter, Jordan Jones now. A flare to the second baseman. Lewis has it. Out the Miranda family and how important it is. Kelsey Miranda would love to see a championship on the softball side to follow her brother Grayson.
Absolutely, and it's so fun to be able to have that friendly competition within the family. I'm sure the big brother's poking her a little bit, saying, hey, I have a championship and not you. But then also you get some of that experience. You get to learn from it, you know, go to his games, learn from him as well. What a fun family atmosphere.
Well, Kels is going to be the first hitter of this inning, extra hitter, bottom part of the lineup against Aubrey Wesner. Ball 1. How cool is it to see the brother excel? And there's Quentin, the other brother, the older brother, and then Grayson, and now carrying on the tradition in softball here in San Bernardino.
A full family of Little Leaguers just loving the game of baseball and softball. I'm sure there's probably some absolutely gnarly games of wiffle ball played within that family.
Oh, can you imagine? She's a big Yankees fan. And one of her dreams, pro softball. If not, get into baking, become a professional baker, which is quite a skill, and a lot of bake shows you can get up to speed on.
Hey, you might be able to do both, play softball and bake in your free time.
Bake when you're not on the dime, out on the field, yeah.
It's so cool to see, though, that is an avenue for young girls now. I remember when I was growing up, it felt like every baseball player wanted to be a pro baseball player, but you didn't really see that on the softball side because it wasn't a thing. And now you have young softball players saying, I want to be a pro softball player when I grow up.
Got a piece of that one to stay alive. And you see the role models, the players you want to be being softball players. That's tremendous. It's a sport that obviously you've seen grow and grow, and throughout the country, getting bigger and bigger. 8th pitch of the at-bat right here. Fouled off. I mean, anywhere you go, everybody loves softball.
Oh, yeah, everybody, and it's so visible now. It's always on TV. You get to see the AUSL on TV. The Women's College World Series is always a hot spot, and so it's great to be visible for these girls to look up to.
3-2, foul tip into the glove of the catcher, and the 5th strikeout for Wesner. I don't know who's been more impressive, Wesner or Lingenfelter, equally dominant out there.
They are both just chugging along. Look at the arm side run on this pitch. It's going to move away from that left-handed batter. Makes it really difficult to get your barrel there. Foul tip, great catch by the catcher behind the dish, and another strikeout for Aubrey Wesner.
Now Stella Broberg rips that one, and that's into left field for a base hit. So the second hit of the game, Broberg is on.
Stella Broberg doing a really good job of being on time. This was the adjustment I had been talking about earlier, just trying to get that front foot down, trying to be on time, get that barrel out in front. She did exactly that.
And she turns the lineup over. She was the last hitter in the lineup as an extra hitter. Now it's Raylan Lingenfelter. Big swing and a miss. Swinging for the fences with that cut. You got to appreciate the hitter that just does not cheat themselves up there. Stays away from that one. The Carlin Pickens fan hits that on the ground to the shortstop. Abeda flips to the second baseman. On to first, not in time. Abeda to Montalvo for the force play. 2 down.
Really good flip by Abeda there to Montalvo, but not quite in time to turn 2, but definitely secures the first out at second base. Just a little bit behind for that other out for the double play.
And Alexis Capetta fouling off the first offering. Hard worker. She mentions Carlin Pickens, Tennessee, is one of her role models. Freddie Freeman from the baseball standpoint. Lingenfelter at first after reaching on that fielder's choice. 1-2. Well, you get the sense that the way it's going now, a single run, would that be enough, the way these pitchers are dueling out there?
Absolutely, and I think if you are the pitcher, that's probably what you're asking of your offense. Just give me one run. I feel great today. Give me one run, and I'll take it home for you. That's the mindset you want to have if you're in the circle.
Foul ball at the plate as Lingenfelter will have to retreat to first. Josiah Spurgeon, emphatic call behind the plate there.
Letting everybody know.
Bouncing ball to the second baseman, and that will end the inning. Montalvo to Braden to retire.
In California battle coming up, you expect a lot of fans being in California already. That should be a really fun one later on today.
Always fun to see the NoCal, SoCal rivalry. Pitchers duel here as Tia Pacheco leading things off against Raylan Lingenfelter, who already has 4 strikeouts. I'm sorry, go ahead. Megan Framo, I was going to say, is her big role model.
And I was going to bounce off of the pitching here anyway. So Lingenfelter's doing a really good job of working in that changeup that's making people feel so off balance, changing up their timing, and I think that's what's making her really effective, which is very similar to Miss Megan Framo, who's going to throw the heat, and then she'll mix in a little off speed.
I like it. And there's another strikeout. Chase that one high in the zone. 5 Ks now for Lingenfelter. I mean, the confidence just seems to be growing with both of these pitchers.
This just feels like any other day of the week for Lingenfelter out there. She's going to go up in the zone with this rise ball, gets up underneath the hands, does a really good job, and just feels like she's just chugging along.
Medina, roller to second, and she's retired 4-3. 2 outs. So the last 2 hitters in the lineup retired, and now we'll go top of the order. Lingenfelter has had some quick innings out there as well, getting some strikeouts, but getting some first pitch swinging outs as well.
And that feels great if you're the defense behind her. You feel that momentum of she gets on the mound and you're out quick. You get back in the dugout, you're ready to hit. It just is that little momentum pendulum that you're trying to win in the game of softball, and quick innings like that help you out.
Rhythm and routine's a big part of this game as well, isn't it? And a lot of that is between the pitcher and catcher.
Absolutely, and having a good relationship between the pitcher and the catcher allows that rhythm to feel smoother. You know what the pitcher wants, so when you're ready to call pitches, you're already in their head. It's almost like it's one being out there between the pitcher and the catcher.
Azalea Vazera bounced back to the pitcher, retired first time up there in her first AB. 1-2 now. Strike 3 called. Lingenfelter with 6 Ks and another 1-2-3 inning. If you like pitching
in the zone, which makes pitch calling a lot easier too. When you get ahead in the count, you can work a little bit more with the batters. You can expand the zone, get in their head a little bit, so the pitchers and the catchers have a little bit more freedom.
And it could come down to a single base runner, a mistake, a single play that determines the difference in this one. Moana Quinn to lead things off, the number 3 hitter in the lineup for Nevada. Hard hit grounder to the shortstop. Abeda, 1 down.
This is a good adjustment here by Moana Quinn. Hits this ball really hard and is on time for it, which is something that, you know, this offense has been struggling with. Gets her front foot down, gets her barrel out in front, hits it hard. Then take a look here. Gets that heel down, hits it hard, but then right at the shortstop, Elena Abeda, who just makes a really great play.
Now the cleanup hitter, Isabella Vu. She's going to lay the bunt down. Out of the circle to get it, Wesner. Throw is on the money, 2 away. That's the other thing, is fielding the position. Wesner has been lights out defensively.
She's been incredible jumping off the mound, fielding bunts, making great plays right back at her. She recognizes, immediately pivots, and then she stays low in her legs in her throw. That's key for making an accurate throw. Instead of hopping right back up, she stays down in her legs and makes an accurate throw to first.
Now Layla Washington with 2 down here in the 5th inning. Now, if you're a hitter here and you've had a chance to see a pitcher second time around, you know, obviously you haven't, most of them have not had success, but it is an advantage.
Yes, and you can make your adjustments now. You've seen it one time through, so now we know, okay, maybe as a team we're a little bit more late. How are we going to combat that? What is my adjustment? And there's a lot of different things you can do. You can shorten up your swing. You can choke up on the bat. You can go to a no stride, where instead of taking that big leg kick or picking up your entire foot, you kind of just lift your heel up, put it back down. So there's a couple different ways you can shorten up and get ahead on these pitches.
And remember, Washington had that single, one of the 2 hits back in the 2nd inning. She was tagged down on the base pass. Hits it hard to right. Hara is under it. It's over her glove. Washington makes the turn. She's around second, headed for third. The throw to third. Not in time. She slides safely. A big-time hit for Washington. She ends up at third base with 2 down.
Wow, Layla Washington going the opposite way with this ball and then turning on the Jets. She's going to recognize that ball is down, immediately puts her head down. She picks up her coach, and then look at this slide. The hook slide going into third base, stays on the bag. Incredible hit, an incredible piece of base running too, recognizing that this is over her head and that she has the room to go all the way to third.
And the courtesy runner is going to be used here. You can use it with 2 outs for a catcher or pitcher. Washington the catcher, so Isabella Vu will come in, and she's now the runner at third base. Representing what could be a huge run if it comes across here in the 5th.
Especially late in this game, knowing that you have a pitcher's duel. We talked about it earlier. It could be just a 1-run game, you know, and as a pitcher, that's all you need sometimes, is feel that confidence. I got 1 run underneath me. Now let's go get some more outs. And so this is a pivotal moment for both teams.
And obviously the focus really now on that catcher Ortega to keep everything in front of her with that runner at third base.
Especially with how big the backstop is here. There's so much room. So if that ball does get past Ortega, it's really tough to make a play.
Jalen Irvine at the plate, swings to the first one, hit up the middle, second baseman has it, and Montalvo throws out Irvine to end the inning. So Wesner works out of the jam after giving up the triple, and we are still scoreless. Arizona coming up, Blake Moreno to lead things off. Already 6 strikeouts for Lingenfelter.
And if you're the Arizona offense, you need to pick a speed. Lingenfelter has been doing a good job of mixing in that changeup, so we're a little late, a little early. So if you're the Arizona offense, pick one speed, commit to it, get your barrel there.
Well, here's a secret weapon facing Lingenfelter. Blake Moreno, left-handed bat, big cut, strike 1. She struck out first time up. Fouls that one off. Fights that pitch off. Count remains 0-2. Infield is in here. The only hit for Arizona, a Wesner single back in the first inning. And another strikeout, make it 7 in the game for Lingenfelter.
Lingenfelter, the changeup, the pitch before may have missed high, but it sets her up for this outside fastball on the outer half. It's going to feel faster, and that's why Moreno is so late for this pitch. Just a really good job of pitch sequencing by Lingenfelter.
There's a changeup to Wesner. Her single was opposite field, and you talked about how impressive she's been going with pitches this season.
And that seems to be her approach. She's aggressive, but she wants to go opposite field. She wants to keep her hands inside the ball. And so that's really important facing a pitcher like this, staying in the zone, letting the ball travel, especially when you know you're going to see a lot of changeups.
Lingenfelter has set down 11 in a row since last facing Wesner. She's been lights out. 2-1.
An absolute menace on the mound. And she just feels, she seems unfazed. She's just out there. She's got quick pace, gets on the mound, throws the next pitch.
Grounder to third. Up with it, Quinn. Across in time, 2 down. Want your child to experience the teamwork and fun of Little League baseball or softball? Visit playlittleleague.org. Enter your address to find a Little League community program near you. 2 up and 2 down. 12 straight set down now by Lingenfelter. And she'll face Alexis Ortega, the catcher. Well, Ortega does have an inside the park home run this season. That was in the state championship game. Grounder to second. Lewis, another one. Eligibility here. This could come into play here. No days rest, you go less than 7. If we go 7 or more, you need to observe a day of rest. And you'd like to have these kids out there as much as you can during this regional.
And it's important to note, too, that an inning is one pitch pitched counts as an inning. So even if you go out there for one pitch, that counts as a full inning. So if we go into extras here, you know, you got to start thinking about that because there's more games to be played.
Zoe Lewis fouling off the first offering from Aubrey Wesner, who has struck out 5 in this one. Fly ball to right, left field, and that's in there for a base hit. Lewis is on with a single to open up the 6th inning. 4th hit of the game.
Zoe Lewis doing a really good job of being on time. This is the ticket. Trying to get that front foot down early, getting to this inside pitch. She keeps that back elbow tight to her side and is able to drive this ball into the gap.
And now Brooklyn Dalzell showing bunt, and she fouls off the first offering. So a chance to maybe move the runner over here. First leadoff batter to reach by either team. Lewis at first base.
And that's big. Getting the leadoff batter on sets the tone. It changes pitch calling because now you have to think about steals and bunts.
Dalzell squares and fouls it off. It's 0-2. Now with 2 strikes, do you gamble here and square up again?
Personally, I don't think so. I think you let them hit. Even if it's a ground ball to the right side, you still might be able to move the runner. But if you foul it off at all, it counts as strike 3 if you go to square to bunt.
Coach's kid at the plate here trying to protect the plate. The 0-2 is upstairs.
And the other aspect of this is as a catcher, the backstop is so large that if a ball gets past you and starts bouncing around, that runner has an opportunity to go first and third too.
And Lewis has good speed at first base. 2-2 is fouled off. Good rip right there from Dalzell. They've had a hit in the 2nd, 4th, 5th, and now 6th innings. Two-two, fly ball hit to right. Para coming in, and diving opportunity, can't come up with it. She tried to make a basket catch, and the runners are safe. Good job by the shortstop, Abeda, backing up that errant throw, but runners at first and second now, and an opportunity for Nevada.
What an absolute all-out effort by Para in right field. She sees that this ball's in, starts running after it, tries to lay out for it, but just fumbles it a little bit. But because of the fact that she almost caught it, it keeps the runner from automatically advancing to second. She wasn't sure if she was going to have to go back to first or not. And so instead of having a first and third situation, because of her effort, she keeps it to first and second.
Well, what a tremendous effort out there. I mean, that was almost a SportsCenter top 10 highlight. She could have hung on. Just, you know, the glove hitting the turf forced that out.
Yeah, maybe if you keep your other hand on top of the ball, but sometimes it's just the impact of hitting the ground has the ball pop out of your glove.
Grace Sankovic now showing bunt. And that pitch is inside for ball one. Well, they can put themselves in a great spot here if she can lay one down. And that hit the bat, foul ball.
Now, what's interesting about this, too, is you have a force at third base. So if this bunt is put down too hard, potentially the defense could go to third to get that first out.
You want to get to the right side of the infield here.
Yes, that is your goal. Get it to the right side to avoid that, you know, leadoff out.
They're up at the corners. Defensively, the 1-1. 2-1 now. Did not square to bunt that time. Lewis representing the go-ahead run at second. Dalzell's at first. Fouls that one off at the plate. 2-2.
Now with 2 strikes, you're going to want your corners to back up a little bit, get a little bit closer to even with that base path. You know she's not going to put a bunt down with 2 strikes, but now we're in an opportunity where you could possibly get that double play, so being in line with that base is going to make it a little easier.
2-2, fights that one off, fouls it back to the screen. Sankovic, 12 years old, youngest player on this team. Trying to get this one into play here. 3-2. Well, now the pressure's on Wesner to throw a strike.
This is a big moment for Aubrey Wesner. One of those pivotal momentum moments for her and her team.
Fouled off again. 4th time she's at a full count out there in the circle today, and another big pitch coming up, 8th pitch of the at-bat.
You gotta love the fight in there. Fouling off pitches, being selective. This is a great at-bat, whichever way it goes.
Ball 4, bases loaded. 2 singles and a walk to Sankovic. And that's the first walk given up.
That is a huge walk for Grace Sankovic. Just what a moment there. She did a phenomenal job. That was a mature at-bat from her. She took pitches up in the zone. She fouled off anything close. She waited for her time. And so even though maybe she didn't get that bunt down originally, now she's still done her job and gotten on first base.
What's going through the mind of Aubrey Wesner? She has been absolutely lights out throughout this game. Now you're just trying to scoreless here in the 6th inning. But a tough spot with the bases full, nobody out.
And I think you just got to trust your stuff. She's been doing so well this entire game. So even though this moment feels bigger, her and her pitching needs to stay the same. Just take a deep breath, calm it down, trust your defense behind you. There's a lot of outs in this bases loaded situation, a lot of force opportunities. So making sure that you take that deep breath, slow it down, and lean on your teammates to your right and your left.
And how about Kelsey Miranda? What's her approach here? We talked about her brother and his success. She's got a chance to really put a stamp on this game.
And what's unique is she's a lefty, so she can just grip it and rip it pull side, try to get this ball into the right field gap, get her front foot down, and especially to score that run, I think being early, try to get something out in front that she can pull.
Ball 1, maybe a chance to look at some pitches here as Wesner's trying to find the zone. Swings at it, shortstop, Abeda bobbles it, can't make a throw, and Nevada has the first run of the game. Lewis scores an error on the shortstop. It's 1-0.
And this is a well-hit ball. She drives it into the dirt in just a little bit of a miscue. She's gonna lift her head up a little bit too soon over at the shortstop, and so because she lifts her eyes up to check out that play at home, she bobbles that ball.
Now Stella Broberg, so one of the extra hitters, Miranda, putting it in play. Lewis scoring from third, and now Broberg has a chance after she singled in the 4th inning. Infield is in. Pulls that one foul into the seats. If you're Nevada here, you've got a chance for a big inning. 21st pitch coming in this frame. Most thrown by a pitcher today. Swing and a miss, and there is out number 1. Broberg retired.
It's a good job by Aubrey Wesner settling in, trusting her stuff. She's going to go back to that outside curveball, works it on the outer half corner, and gets another strikeout. But what I really love is the bounce back. You're going to see this pitch moving to the outer half, but even though a run was just scored, it's what do you do next? And she did a great job.
Top of the order now, Lingenfelter, strike 1.
You know, this is a sport of failure. You're going to make errors. People are going to score. You're going to have missed pitches, but it's the bounce back is what do I do the next pitch? What do I do about it? That's what makes players great, is how quickly can I turn the page.
Lingenfelter trying to help her cause, pitcher against pitcher here. The 1-strike offering. Did not offer on it. 1-1 now. Throw down to third as runners back in there. Dalzell. They can get out of the inning if they could turn 2 here. They're playing middle depth on the infield. It'd be tough to do it up the middle.
I think if you're this defense for Arizona, you're trying to get that force play at home. Not so much thinking about the double play, but making sure that you secure that out at home, keep another run from scoring.
2-2 to Raylan Lingenfelter. Already her team up 1-0. Here's the offering. Ground ball hit hard to the second baseman. Montalvo only plays at first, and that'll bring a run across as Dalzell scores. Lingenfelter does what she needs to do. It's 2-0.
And this ball is absolutely mashed by Lingenfelter. She goes to the outer half with this pitch, hits it so hard, causes that bobble by Montalvo, but a good job of being heads up over there, making sure that Montalvo at least secures 1 out of that play.
So 2 runs across, and here's Alexis Capetta with runners at second and third now. 2 down. Going 2. That ricocheted off the mask of the catcher, Ortega. You've had that happen, I'm sure, a billion times. That's not a good feeling.
The joke was that it would happen at least once or twice a game. So if you got late in the game and it hadn't happened yet, you knew it was coming. But those are never fun. Always the fear of the foul ball when you're behind the dish.
It's like a cup of coffee, right? Wakes you up a little bit.
Wakes you up. Gets you going.
Capetta a chance to drive in a couple here if she can get a single. Back on the infield. And she strikes out, chasing the high one to end the frame. 7 Ks for Wesner, but 2 runs across. A couple singles.
But she works quickly. She gets on the mound, she trusts her pitch, and gets right back to it.
And she's been working ahead in the counts throughout the day. Alani Parr to lead things off. Only 1 time she's gone to a 3-ball count. That shows how effective she's been.
And working ahead in the count, like we mentioned earlier, allows the pitch calling to be a little bit freer. You can move the ball around a little bit more, expand the zone a little bit more. You don't have to worry about being so perfect. You can play that game within the game with your pitch calling.
Parra, the right fielder, trying to spark him here. Fouls that back, 1-2. About as dominant as you can be. Just the single allowed to Wesner back in the first inning for Lingenfelter.
And for Arizona, getting this leadoff batter on would be crucial for them. Changes the momentum, changes pitch call, changes defense.
And there's another strikeout. 7, make it 8 in the game now, and 14 in a row retired by Raylan Lingenfelter.
Lingenfelter stays hot. She's going to work down in the zone. Look at this drop ball. It's going to drop a good 6 inches off of the plate with that pitch. Very hard to get underneath that ball.
Well, she mentioned that she has 5 different pitches. Whatever she's throwing out there, it's been effective.
And she's really been working mostly just that fastball, that changeup, maybe a 2-seam fastball here and there. But we haven't seen that drop very much, and so that's something new that she's pulling out this inning to keep batters even more off balance.
As if it hasn't been confusing enough for these hitters, Abeda fouls that one off.
And that's just smart gameplay there by her as well, knowing that she has different things in her arsenal. So maybe we show a couple pitches early, but then save a few for the latter half of the game just so that they haven't seen it quite yet.
And it's 1-2. This Arizona team was dominant in their 6-game run to the state title, a 60-3 run differential, finding themselves in a rare situation here, trailing 2-0 down to their last 2 outs. Full count. Just the second time she's gone to 3 balls today in a count. And she walks Abeda. So a little bit of life here for Arizona as the tying run will come to the plate.
A really good at bat there by Abeda. Trusting herself, trusting her eye, knowing that those balls were a little bit low, a little bit out, a little bit up, not feeling like she had to do too much in that at bat. Sometimes as batters, we feel like the game is on the line. We have to be bigger. You start taking those big swings for the fences on pitches that you maybe not would otherwise swing at, but she did a really good job of staying within herself.
And that brings up the coach's kid, Madison Braden, in a big spot. Very confident player. She struck out to end the second inning her first time up. Throw to first. And back in, sliding safely is Abeda. I guess her role now as a runner is she needs to realize how important she is out there with that tying run at the plate.
Not too big of a lead. Keep yourself honest. But you also have to be fairly aggressive because you need to make your way all the way around the bases to score. So it's towing that line of being aggressive, but also making sure you don't get thrown out unnecessarily.
1-2, as chasing that one off the plate was Braden. Tell you what, Washington very confident with her throw down there to first base.
Absolutely, especially with the right-handed batter up. You have that left-handed lane open to throw to first base, makes it a little easier.
Good job by Braden to fight off that pitch. Summerlin South Little League 0-2 here last year. Their motto this year, job not done. Trying to win one here in San Bernardino. Two and two.
And you'll see Braden, if you look at her feet when she steps in the box, you'll notice she's way off the plate and way back. Trying to help herself out, help her timing out a little bit. Hoping that giving herself a little bit of space between her and Lingenfelter will help her be on time.
Here's the payoff pitch. Fouled off. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming, and Lingenfelter battling here. Those last few outs are the toughest to get. As dominant as she's been, it's tough for any pitcher down the stretch.
And sometimes you can just feel it. You can feel that you're close to the end of the game, so then your nerves get a little bit higher. So then you start putting a little bit more pressure on yourself as well. Try to slow the game down. Trust your stuff.
And she gets the big strikeout. Braden chasing one high in the zone. 9th K. And Nevada is an out away from winning this one.
Langenfelter earlier in this inning went down in the zone, and now she's going to expand up in the zone with this rise ball. Gets her to swing underneath the ball for yet another K for her.
Now Asha Rupp, the left fielder. First pitch, pop up, foul ground.